let's start off a little. I won't say necessarily slow, but I want to start off with Charleston White. And let me see. Is it here? I got it. I'll start with Charleston White. I'll go to Ugly God. Then I'll go to Burner Boy. I think. Okay. So I think Charleston White's a very entertaining person. Very entertaining. Um, I do believe at times, because of this internet persona he's playing. Hold on, I'm pulling up the video. Because of the internet persona, I believe sometimes he's leaning into and playing. He gets a little bit cynical and also turns on people who could be business partners. Ever since I met Charleston White, I've tried to do nothing but support him. I mean, shit, even in the wake of him saying very vile things about people that I just don't have those opinions about, while I definitely made it clear that I didn't feel those ways, I didn't say I can't fuck with him because he felt those ways. Regardless, that wasn't strong enough for Charleston White. Charleston White wanted people to blindly follow down the path of hatred and bigotry. And I remember he said to me when I was just like, hey, listen, I disagree and I denounce anything you say about Asian people. And he said I was weak. No, it's not because I'm weak. I don't have hatred in my heart towards Asian people. Regardless, he's talented, and I will not take that from him. Now, some of y'all might be like, nigga, he not talented. He's the old drunk uncle. He's just talking a lot of shit. I'm here to tell you that is talent. He's been deleted multiple times. His platform is very fragmented, yet he garners the attention and the interest of people consistently. I got to give him that credit. After the last recent stint of, he was spewing just a lot of like overt, like, just hatred. I thought maybe every mainstream outlet would have probably, other than say Cheese, would have probably said, you know what, let's kind of chill out and stay away from him. However, we've seen him link up with Aiden. He linked up with Aiden Ross in Las Vegas. They had like a good little combination going on. And unfortunately, ultimately, that turned out bad. Regardless, if you guys don't know, I was trying to throw a show a couple months ago. And I've really never had a problem with Charleston White, but I did have a problem with him characterizing what I was saying as a liar. Because I'm not a liar. And I lost money. You know what I mean? It's like, for all I cared was just like, bro, I lost money in this. My reputation took a slight hit because I'm associated with you. I'm not coming out to lie about this. And I felt like because of his internet image and not wanting to admit to the fan, and he didn't even have to admit it because I was down to take the hit a little bit. He wanted to purport to people that Akademiks was just a liar. So what was the situation? I tried to book him for a comedy show. It was a Live Nation event or Live Nation venue, so they controlled the bookings. It was booked initially as a DJ Akademiks event. They love me. It's fine. Now, we wanted to add to the bill. DJ Akademiks presents Charleston White. That was around the time that he started saying a lot of stuff about Asians. He was getting back and forth with China Mac. And there's an Asian senator in New York. They reached out to Live Nation, very worried why they were sanctioning such an event, given the fact that New York is a place that has so many people, it's a melting pot, they have to be wary of hate speech. I guess they were getting so many calls or whatever it was. Within the next few hours, they hit up my assistant. Everything was going to my assistant and said, this event can't go on. We offered to say, you know what? Okay, let's remove him from the bill. We'll probably try to fill it with someone else. They said, we don't want to even do that. And to be honest, we're blaming Akademiks for this because he knew what person or what type of person he was bringing to this venue. I paid Charleston White a deposit, thousands of dollars. I told him to keep it. Never got it back. The venue did give me my money back, but I told Charles to keep it. It was disheartening when I felt he went online saying that I lied about this. I wouldn't lie to give you free money to keep. If anything, I would pay you and hope you come do what you got to do. Regardless, months later, Charleston White gets an opportunity to be on TK Kirkland's tour that was also thrown by Live Nation. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was shocked. Like, you know, and this is where I excuse Charleston White a bit, because if I told him Live Nation canceled my event because of him, why did Live Nation allow him to go on a tour with TK Kirkland? I don't know. Now, again, we're probably dealing with different managers, and it's a big company, Live Nation, but whatever. Regardless, apparently he went on to do about a few shows. Then he announced he quit the tour, but the drama is unraveling online, and some of the things I'm saying you're going to realize are coming back to rear their ugly heads. So I'm going to start off with Charleston White going off on TK Kirkland and Live Nation for not paying him. Then I'm going to play what TK Kirkland has to say. You guys make up your own mind. By the way, salute to Sean Condescension.
Live Nation. You on a Live Nation tour with TK Kirkland?
I quit. Yeah, I quit the Live Nation tour. Yeah, everybody fucking owed me. I did 5 shows in Orlando or Jacksonville. 5 shows in Jacksonville. Start out hosting. Boy, I did my thing hosting. Next thing you know, it went to 10 minutes. It was initially only 2 shows. They added 3 more. Live Nation don't know. I heard the manager of the comedy club, the Comedy Zone, said the tickets wasn't moving too good. When we put Charleston White name on the venue, the tickets sold out immediately. They added 3 more shows. Nigga, I done 5 shows, 3 days, 1 city, and didn't get a penny. I booked my own flight, own hotel. I ain't get a penny. They said, oh man, we gonna mail you a check, $10.99. You do your $10.99? I said, boy, start paying attention. Start paying attention. I said, okay, I'm gonna do my $10.99. I did my $10.99. I wanna say TK Kirkland cashed out me $250 that Monday for 5 shows. Boy, back in my comedy day, we didn't make hardly nothing. I'm saying to myself, nigga, I sell out 10,000. I do $8,000 interviews. But I'm gonna go along because I like playing dumb so I can learn, so I can be smart one day. So I don't mind playing dumb. So I do the 5 shows. The woman slide me a number. TK Kirkland try to make it seem like what he said something like, well, he ain't good enough to do a headline. I'm saying, man, I done headline 20-some shows. But I just let him talk. You know, I don't want to steal his thunder. So we go to another one. So we go to Las Vegas. Las Vegas probably one of my best shows. Mayweather family and them came out there. Mayweather father. Nigga, I killed the crowd. Homie. After Las Vegas, they said, hey, we need another $10.99. We ain't got a say we go mail you the check. TK Kirk say, hey man, you know how we do it. I'm gonna make sure.
Hey, every time. By the way, I hate to cut it off. I apologize, but anytime I start giving business advice, let me tell you this. One thing you never heard academics complain about online. You ain't hear academics beg for money, and academics ain't say he got no money problems. Academics always got the most money. You should probably think about this. This is why when Rory and Minnie Moore on and bum ass things start talking, you never hear me come like, yo, this nigga owe me. Never. Academics business is A1 to the utmost. Have I taken my licks? Yes, I've done it in silence though. You know why? Because the game is the game. So I know what's going on. I can tell you what's going on. It's Rory and Millie Mall with Joe Budden. This is what's going on. Just off what he said so far in 2 minutes. Charleston White does not have a direct contract with Live Nation. Charleston White is just being brought on by TK Kirkland. Let me tell you how Live Nation works. By the way, Roots Picnic was Live Nation, right? It don't matter if 8 people showed up. It don't matter if it was 1 person. It could have been 0 people that showed up. They were going to go goddamn send me my 30 grand. They gave me, I think they gave me 2 installments before, up front. And then the back end was going to happen as long as I showed up and did what I had to do, no matter how many people showed up. Now, that's not how usually a comedy tour works. A tour, whether it's music or comedy, and that's what I'm saying, they're not doing business with Charleston White. And let me also address that, because they might be paying Charleston White, but the deal for these events isn't with Charleston White. It's with TK Kirkland. This is how the deal goes. The deal is most likely going to say this. Hey, TK Kirkland, we have you booked for these venues. We have you at an advance. They're giving TK Kirkland an advance, 100%. Right? That advance that they're giving him is going to be nominal and menial compared to what they're gonna see at the door, and they usually go through what they call settlement. So if they do a venue, let's say, I don't know, in New York City, they see how much people came in, how much tickets was bought, like compared to like whatever percentage of the advance that the nigga got, because yes, you do have to pay your way. You got to pay for flights and all that. That's why you get the advance. Weeks later, when they settle that number of what you should be paid for that, they add that plus another show, and it might be like all the shows in the last 2 weeks. They're gonna send you a check. That's kind of how it goes. So initially, when Charleston White is talking about TK Kirkland cash apping him, he don't have a direct contractual agreement with Live Nation for this tour. Very important to say. You're not on the tour. Let me say again, you're not on the tour. If you don't have, it's like Rory and Millie Moore were never on Spotify. Yeah, you heard them on Spotify. They were never on Spotify. If you don't have a contract with the bigger company, no. You're just a independent contractor getting hired as it sees fit by the person who has the deal with Live Nation. That's TK Kirkland. I guarantee it.
Till you get your money. I ain't get that check. We go to San Diego, so I'm on the West Coast, nigga. So I'm staying at the Venetian, and I got to pay my security because.
And by the way, I'm not talking down on Charleston White. Do I think that TK Kirkland probably realized Charleston White is hot in the streets? Like, people fuck with him. I could bring him out for cheap and get tickets going faster. Yeah. Right? So he probably brings out Charleston White against the advice of Live Nation, right? And he probably is like using his leverage that Live Nation pays Charleston on his behalf. But again, Charleston's out on tour. I'm telling you.
I'm on the West Coast. They wouldn't let me sell my merch. So part of the agreement that I took this tour is I can sell my merch. Live Nation wouldn't let me sell my merch, homie.
If you're doing a tour with Live Nation, they're not letting you sell merch like that, bro. Hell out of here. You got to be the big dog. The big dog can sell merch, and there's a deal to sell merch. The big dog. I keep saying Live Nation is a catchphrase, but he did not negotiate a deal with Live Nation to sell merch. He's talking to TK Kirkland.
So they let me sell it at one show, they wouldn't let me sell it at the next show. So they stopped me from selling my merch. So we go to San Diego. Nigga, I done had to go through LA. Nigga, I'm in Cali. Kill it there. I see everybody get paid except me. Oh, here go yours right here. I open that motherfucker up, it's $750. I said, okay. Nigga, just keep going. You get Live Nation on your resume. Just keep taking the fucking. Nigga, this how you learn. You can't get in if you don't take the fucking. They making you take it, and you how else you gonna get in? So I give him a $750 check from San Diego. What was the next stop? Houston? No, Miami. So we go to Miami and perform at the Fontainebleau. I get one of them high-ass dollar hotels, boy, over by the University of Miami. A bad motherfucker, but boy, that motherfucker was expensive. And it was out the way. So, nigga, I'm spending a lot of money to maintain this Live Nation tour. You know, but I'm picking up interviews here and there. So, we do there. I don't think I do good that night because I use my props. Shit, he come back himself and tell me, the Live Nation executive people was in the audience and they loved you, man. I used my props that night, homie. I thought that was one of my worst shows. He said they loved me. So we traveled to Houston the next morning. Everybody know my issues in Houston.
Once again, to further prove my point, he's not talking to Live Nation. He's talking to TK Kirkland. TK Kirkland talks to Live Nation. Remember I told you that. It's the whole premise for this whole thing. It's Rory and Millie Mall. They never talk to Spotify. Joe Budden talked to Spotify.
We performing at the same Comedy Zone in the same building that the Migo kid got killed in. I don't know this. I ain't got no security. When I get ready to go, my weapons is my security, even though they my props. They tell me I can't bring my weapons in. I said, man, these my props, homie. So they tripping with me hard. I done Ubered up here. So now I'm standing out in front of the venue, nigga. People seeing me, coming up to me, taking pictures, trying to get me to sign autograph. Nigga, I'm being bombarded. So I hit my nigga, say, man, where y'all at? Oh, man, we out front checking out everything. Man, where y'all parked at? They won't let me bring my props in. Huh? They tripping like that? Yeah. So, homie, I had a lighter gun for my J. Morant joke. The same lighter, they wouldn't even let me bring that in, homie. They were tripping like that. So what I started noticing was they stopped letting my people come backstage. They started saying my cameraman can't come backstage. But that's how I get my B-roll stuff. They started saying my team and my so what I started, so let me just stay on topic right quick. So homie, I kill Houston. Nigga, Houston think I'm doing, nigga, I don't do number 12 minutes though. They won't let me bring my props in. I learned that night, nigga. Fuck them props, nigga. Just go out there and be funny. So the San Diego show, this is what broke my heart, homie. Because I was kind of looking at TK like a big uncle, homie, 60-something-year-old nigga. He called me into his little room down there, and he said, tonight don't try to be funny. Just talk shit. I don't think you're getting that good. Just talk shit. And I said, huh? I said, okay. I killed it. He had a bad night in Las Vegas because he was kind of sick. I killed it. I haven't done the same set twice yet. And I've done over 30-something comedy shows. I haven't repeated the same thing twice yet. I don't know what I'm going to say, nigga, and I kill it. He said, man, leave your props. So when we get to Houston, no, it's one of them, he said.
Which, by the way, I'm with Charleston White. I think he should bring his props, do all that. Charleston White is funny in the way of current events and topical shit. TK Kirkland gonna tell you them, you know, your grandmama, like he probably got evergreen jokes. I'm pretty sure a lot of what Charleston White's gonna tell as jokes revolves around Blueface, Krishan Rock, John Morant, Boosie, and like some current event shit. Soulja Boy, him Mason people. Yeah. And it's probably funny as fuck. I like that style of comedy too. You know, you don't gotta be Dave Chappelle up there.
Man. And I can't sell my merch either. Nigga, I'm paying for them to make money. So normally I listen to some of his. So when I come off stage, I'm coming off a high, so I don't go out in the crowd. There's one particular time I went out in the crowd and I heard him say he get 90% of the door. Homie.
Once again, this is why I keep trying to tell y'all. The deal for this comedy tour was between TK Kirkland and Live Nation. You know what that deal probably looked like? Here's an advance. Hey, we get all drinks sold in that venue. We get 30% of all merch that we approve. They got to approve the merch, right? We get 30% of all merch. So any merch that TK Kirkland brings, we get 30%. That's how it goes. They're going to get a bunch of other fees, and it probably is a clause that says after we recoup or in the event of a sellout, you could take 90% of the door after recoupment. That's a pretty decent deal, right? You're not taking much risk. You also get a high back end if you're selling out these venues, which is probably why he added Charleston White. Again, Charleston is overhearing these things. He don't know it going in. That's why I keep saying he ain't talking to Live Nation.
We done 5 shows and I ain't been paid number 1 time yet. If you really like me and fuck with me, why won't you give me some off that 90% of the door? And why is it everybody getting paid except me? And why is it?
I'll answer the question for you, Charleston. Because you're the hire a nigga for a day guy. You're not the we're in a long-term contract, so we're busting it down guy. You're the go to Home Depot, pick him up, and throw him in the back of the pickup truck, and let's go get some work out of him, and we give him $85. The deal that TK Kirkland got, he ain't finna tell you about. This is where your business acumen got to start increasing. If you've been saying you're selling out comedy shows all over the place, and I definitely believe you, because the amount of money that we were down to pay you to come perform at the event was definitely in the 5-figure range, which definitely would tell me that you're pulling a crowd. I believe you're pulling a crowd. But because you're pulling a crowd, this is what you need to do. You need either to go get an agent, go get a lawyer, go get a proper business manager, that you could start being a part of the conversation. But we're going to figure out, and we're going to hear why later, you're still the guy who's being picked up at the local Home Depot and you just throw some money to, rather than having these conversations with the companies. The companies are scared of you. They're watching you online say ridiculous things, hateful things. They don't want to be directly in a long-term business dealing with you. I remember when you say you were on the tour, it sounded great. But now the truth is coming out. No, TK Kirkland just told you to come on. He was probably going to, him along with Live Nation was going to pay you too. But they weren't going to look at you as part of the tour deal. That's just what it is.
It's always the 1099. We mailed it to you. So the Houston show, the way they treated me, homie, they called the police on me. Ooh. Sheriff, police, all because of my props. Homie, but what Live Nation saw is I'm respectful. I never got angry. I'm courteous. I'm easy to work with. I clean up after myself. They had no problems. It's never been no problems in my show. So I'm saying, why Live Nation handling me like this? Is it not?
They're handling you like that because they see what you say online. When I've been around Charleston White is a really respectful man. These companies are scared of you because they see what you did online. That's it.
Violation of TK Kirkland. Am I being lined up to be lax security where nigga can catch me backstage with no weapon, my people ain't back here, so when they bring me to Dallas, and the way they did me in Dallas at home, I said I quit. Nigga, I ain't been paid for Las Vegas, Houston, Dallas, Miami, Orlando, homie, I ain't been paid. So I'm gonna take the fucking, so when I holler, can't nobody say I'm wrong. So by the time we make it to Miami or Dallas, we done went from 53 cities to 80 cities.
See, Young King, I'm glad you mentioned that. You say, yo, but Ak, you're behaving the same way online. Am I coming out saying I hate large groups of people? No, I hate some people. Don't you get me wrong. And there's nothing wrong with hating people. Companies, everybody has beefs or has like, oh, I don't like this person, whatever. If you come out and say you don't like people from Israel, that's a big fucking problem. You don't like Asians, big fucking problem. Hispanics, big fucking problem. That's what really is hurting him. He could be, if he was beefing all day with rappers, nobody would care. Don't take your beef to the Asian people. Bro, these companies don't care if you beef all day as long as they don't see it get violent. If it gets violent, niggas getting shot at, they're good off you too. But if you're just cussing out one motherfucker, like he could beef with individuals. Don't beef an entire race. You beef with an entire race, it becomes hate speech. You beef with an individual, oh, you just kind of polarizing.
They finna pimp on me like a motherfucker, my nigga. Because when I started noticing people walk out in half of his show. They chuckle and laugh all through. So I'm paying attention, homie. I take the big homie, little homie role because I'm the kind of partner here, nigga, whatever role I got to play for us to win, I'm going to play that role, nigga, for us to get that desired outcome. Sometimes I can't always be Superman. I can't always be Batman. I got to be Robin sometime. So I saw homie, he go big homie, little homie me. And I see nobody has an urgency to get my money to me. So I just played it cool. I came and killed it at home in Dallas, nigga. This was my best motherfucking show. Hey, man, you know how we do it, man. You got your 1099? Man, I keep filling out a 1099 these shows. So
if you're filling out a 1099 every show, you're not on the tour. These are simple business shit. If you're filling out a 1099 every show, you're basically like a local comedian that they're pulling up for a show and they're saying, yo, we could give you like $1,000 tonight if you want to perform because we in your city. And all right, just fill us out. We're going to have them mail you a check. This is sounding, again, I love talking straight business. Yeah, I keep telling y'all, you never hear academics with no money problems ever.
they tripped with me so hard in Dallas, I told TK Kirkland before the show, this is going to be my last show. I don't want to go forward. Oh, man, what's... I said, yeah, man, they tripping with me. I can't have my people can't come backstage. I'm performing at home and my grandmama can't come backstage. That was a spooky feeling, homie, sitting backstage and anybody had easy access to come back there and do something to me. I'm saying, there's somebody trying to... It seemed like this... Nah, homie. So my 83-year-old grandmama can't come back and I'm performing at home? You won't even let me host at home? You sat down with me and told me you picked me to host. You ain't gonna... I host one show, homie. And I'm...
Now I'm going to defend Charleston White. I think TK Kirkland did the old industry trick. I'm going to call a spade a spade. This is an old industry trick. Charleston, you're a hot name. You're going to get tickets moving faster. But we don't respect your talent, especially in comedy. You see, people in comedy, they're very high sobriety type of... They look at people like, yeah, you're funny online and in your little YouTube videos. You're not funny in comedy. So here's a trick I think TK Kirkland did play on Charleston White. TK Kirkland, and I'll address this to you. I think we're supposed to have an interview soon. I think my team was scheduled with you. But anyway, you know you was wrong for going out. You've never seen him perform comedy. You've never seen him perform comedy. So you don't know if it's up to your likeness. You know he's doing comedy shows. You don't know if it's up to your likeness, but you asked him and offered him to be the host on your tour. Only to, and you're going to hear him explain later, to not think he's good enough and demote him and belittle him. So what did you really do? You used the nigga for ticket sales. That's it. You used them for ticket sales. That's the truth. Now, the rest of the stuff that you're eventually going to say, I agree with. You know, I think Charleston White doesn't understand some of the corporate shit going on. But you should have never picked the nigga to be on the show if you weren't going to have him continue to operate in the role you offered him.
Good at it. If I ain't good at it, let me grow good to be at it. But you put my name. So what I noticed, Live Nation started putting my name, nigga, it was selling tickets. They started picking up comedy shows that even wasn't Live Nation comedy shows that I got in Beaumont, putting it on there. And it ain't even a Live Nation show. That's how much the tickets are selling in Charleston White name. I heard that woman, homie. Charleston White moved tickets. So I played it cool. I played it professional. I never got mad. I told TK Kirkland, man, I still ain't been, I said, they tripping with me about my weapons, homie. They won't let my people come backstage. I can't smoke weed. Nah, homie, they charging me for, nah, man. I don't want to go no, this is my last show. Man, they just added 20 more cities, man. I just got you a deal with Snapchat. There go that deal talk. I just got you a deal with Snapchat.
Yeah, TK Kirkland was spitting this nigga or trying to.
He get 90% of the dough. Why don't you compensate me and then you work it out with them, homie, if we really fucking with each other? So the Dallas show was my last show with Live Nation after it already added 20-something more shows and made it an 80-city tour, not with me. What I noticed was he wasn't paying me and he was picking up comedians in each city, pay as you go. He getting all the money, homie. Not giving me nothing, as if I can't see this.
Even Ray Charles with no vision could see that. Stevie Wonder could see that. Charleston, you got one eye. You should be able to see this shit crystal clear.
So what I did was, I told Live Nation, I already told him this is gonna be my last. I told Live Nation, they said, hey, the check was returned. What check? Where did y'all send it? What address? We sent
To wherever you put on the 1099, brother.
the check to you, but it was returned. What address did y'all send it to?
The one on the 1099.
Hey man, we need you to fill out another 1099. They sent me somebody else 1099 with all their information on it. I said, they this sloppy? But they fucking with me by security problems, as if I caused problems at comedy shows. And I'm saying, man, why y'all, man, come on now. So I said, nah. I don't need them, my nigga. I've been selling that comedy show for Live Nation even approached me, homie. 1,100 seats. So nah, homie, so nah.
I'm a witness.
So I bowed out. So check this out. When I bowed out, they did the same thing Kick did. Oh man, come on, man. No, I don't want to talk now. I'm still waiting on those checks y'all haven't sent me, Live Nation. So I got an attorney. I signed no paperwork with him. So they can say, man, he didn't work for it. Well, y'all got him on these websites selling tickets with his face and his name, his brand. I got one check from y'all. I got it, want to put it in the frame. Live Nation, that was a proud feeling, homie, to have a Live Nation check. Only not to receive no more. So I told him, it's like I work for free, y'all. And y'all keep saying the 1099. I get it. A fair exchange is not a robbery, but this is not a fair exchange. Y'all robbing me. I ain't getting nothing, and I spent a lot of money to maintain this tour so y'all can sell tickets with my name on it. And them tickets was high, my nigga. I didn't know they can sell me for that much.
Okay, let's go to what TK Kirkland said. Trying to be fair.
Saying hello there. That's why you gotta mess with people who do that. I don't move like that. So with that said, let's talk about something positive. And I see somebody just said $250. This is how the stand-up comedy world is, player. When you in the comedy game and you open an act on your feet.
Yo, by the way, TK Kirkland, you having this like bathrobe hood on in the crib with the glasses indoors, my nigga, you look like you robbed a nigga. Like, it looked like you did exactly what Charleston White said you did. You did not come off sincere in your appearance, but I will say your words eventually made sense to me.
Feature, you get $50 as an opening act. Now, in the chilling circuit, when you got a name like Charleston White, yeah, he can get that money on his own. But Charleston White has only did 10 shows and made $10,000 a show. I've been doing this 37 years. One, I don't pay the comedians. The clubs pay the comedians. That's not what I do. That's why when I hear people on here talking and you don't know what you're talking about, it's no win for me because you don't know the business. Y'all think y'all know the business. You don't know the business. I've been doing this 37 years. I got a record that's immaculate in this game of entertainment. So I would never let no one like try to destroy my name over some BS, you know. And Charleston White said that he quit. And here's the true fact about the Live Nation thing. They didn't want the brother on the show.
What?
I fought for this brother every week because he brought negativity to Live Nation's tour. This is corporate America. You can't be smoking weed on the internet. You can't be causing problems at a venue. And as a black man, I defended this brother every week to keep him on the show.
I believe this.
So these are the facts. I even tried to get Charleston White on the phone. He wouldn't pick up the phone. He was talking about he ain't got nothing to say. He talked about he quit. They ain't want him on the tour. I wanted him on the tour. Me. And it backfired on me in a sense, but I'm a man. I could take it on the chin. You know, I try to do what I want to do. I try to do what's right. I still like the brother. I ain't got nothing bad to say him. It's just wisdom. So this is life. So I ain't tripping. I'm embarrassed to be talking about this because so many other comedians wanted to do this, and I gave other people a shot. Ain't nobody scam, nigga. Get the fuck off my thing and block yourself. Let another nigga say some dumb shit on here. Nigga. Place. Yeah, you young kids is out of order when you talk to a man. I'm a man. That's what happened to you with corporate America. As far as the amount that people was getting paid, that's what you get. What I was doing for a brother is teaching him how to make money 10, 15 years from now. See, when you on the internet talk about raping kids and all that, it's hard to convince people to put a person on the show. I convinced Live Nation to put him on the show. Ask Akademiks. Akademiks couldn't get Charleston White on the Live Nation tour. They shut it down. I got him on the tour.
I will say that, hey, I have no idea. This is how I know he has, well, clearly has a way better relationship with Live Nation than I do, right? Yo, they were not even interested in conversing about Charleston White. So I don't know, I had my assistant inquire. I was like, yo, why did y'all go so hard on us if he's allowed to be on other tours? And we were trying to do business with y'all. We still didn't get an answer. I think TK Kirkland probably just has decades of business dealings with Live Nation. And shit, somehow he convinced them. They shut me the fuck down.
And then Charleston said he quit. Like he the star. Then we did a show in Jacksonville, Florida, and I saw an interview yesterday. Charleston said they added 3 more shows because of him. Charleston, I'm listening, and I love you, dog. I've been doing this 37 years. I sell these shows out all the time. Do you remember? They didn't even know you was on the show when you came out. They said, I ain't know Charleston White was on. Nobody promoted you. So, fam, listen, I love you, dog. I'm gonna make sure this is Charleston. Charleston, listen, I love you. But this is not how you do business. Like I told you, this is a female trait. Get your money, stay in the chilling circuit, keep yelling and screaming on the internet, and get your money. That's your lane, and I respect that. But do not bring me to this negativity shit. And have all these young kids thinking that I'm foul and I ain't got my shit together because you've been doing this 10 months, yo. You gonna try to run how to run the game? You get banned on everything that you do. You have problems everywhere you go. Your spirit, yo. I want you to understand your spirit. Your spirit is not good, and I'm trying to make sure you're right. Trust me, I've been around a long time. To the guy, I'm gonna block this dude. He think that motherfucker's supposed to get wrong person. When he come back around, I'm gonna get him.
Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Thank you, fam. His name wasn't on the ticket. You don't know nothing about comments, so I'm gonna block. Yeah, so it's early in the morning. Listen, I just love people and I love helping people. I told you not to mess with him. I love helping people, and I won't let this one thing stop me. I just, like I said, still love this brother. Live Nation still gonna handle. I even sent the interview to Live Nation, and when I sent the interview, I'm gonna tell you what they told me. I told you not to mess with him. So Charleston White, I love you. I wish you the best with your journey. I know your money's coming in the mail. You just got to be patient. It's corporate America, fam. And one, you got to remember, you gave them the wrong address and it came back.
I don't think Charleston White knows that you're irreparably, I won't say irreparably because you could be so hot that they have to fuck with you. But you're burning bridges when you do these interviews and you're shitting on people. You're burning these bridges. People used to say this about Joe Budden. When Joe Budden left Complex and he called the CEO racist, you know what happens in a media game? If that CEO leaves Complex, he doesn't just disappear. He goes to another bigger company and becomes CEO. He doesn't forget. You know what he tells his team? Do not work with that one nigga. People recycle themselves in whatever business you are in. I'll even use myself as a personal example. Oh, man. I had a podcast cooked up, and I was going to violate Complex. Complex had a writer, which, by the way, to be fair to them, if a writer, some retarded writer, puts out something about me, it's not like the whole Complex is like, yes. It's it's that writer and that editor that approved it. I tweeted what I tweeted, and I was about to go all the way in. And when I mean all the way in, it was going to be hell to pay. And I was so upset because I felt I did so much for that brand. And I said, I've always kept a cordial relationship with them, even though we haven't done business for quite a few years. But it's always left room for us to do more business. And watching them put out that article, that it wasn't about the fact that they covered me and Erykah Badu. They called me a bigoted misogynist. But I wasn't a bigoted misogynist when I sat there and they fired 250 people. And they put Complex's brand on me and Joe Budden's back. And me, because Joe left after 9 months, for 3 fucking years, I kept the Complex brand on my back, bringing it to where it needs to be that they could get sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. It wasn't just my doing, but I did what I had to do. Felt like a slap in the face. And I said, wow, no grace, no even impartiality. They're just going to say this about me? And I had this whole thing, I'm telling you, I was going to bury Complex. I promise you I was going to bury Complex. And good thing I didn't, because, I started thinking, I said, you know what? Of all the great people that have walked through those doors at Complex, And I said, the people and the guy who wrote that article is some bozo writer I don't know. And the person who's in charge of the articles going out, the editor, I don't know that nigga neither. But I have a lot of good friends there. Joe LaPuma, Sean Evans, a lot of executives, even Rich, who is the CEO, I still think, at this point. And I didn't do it. The update you guys haven't got, a bunch of people from Complex has reached out. Shower me with gifts. Yo, Ak, yo, we love you. We do love you. That won't get really printed. Yo, send us an address. We got some shit we want to send you. We love you. And you know what I said? You know what? As mad as I am at that article, let me not completely torch this bridge. It's very important not to torch bridges. And it's one of the few times I said, I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go. I say that because I think Charleston White needs to understand that everybody's not expendable, every opportunity is not replaceable, and every company or entity is not disposable. You have to be careful how you deal with people. And you have a right to be mad if you're mad. But you also don't want to burn a bridge that someone says, I'll never work with that motherfucker again.
So don't be going on social media, please, to talk about I quit. The show wasn't built around you. You saw every city I went to, I had comedians come in and do a guest spot. And I took you from MC because you wasn't ready to MC. I put you in the third lineup and took your time down to 15 minutes because you wasn't ready to do a 30-minute show. Here's the fact before I go. When we did the show in Las Vegas, Nevada, your show was so horrible that the next morning, Live Nation called me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Said, Charleston White has to be off the show. Me, dog, me. I said, yo, keep that brother on the show. I told them, keep him on the show, and we did 5 shows. So when you said you quit, you really fell into their hands because I didn't know how I was going to tell you couldn't do the other 80 cities. And I want you to know that I'm only speaking like this. I'm in LA next Thursday. We close the deal. 80 cities, 4 countries. I wish you the best, fam. I wish you the best. And your check is going to be in the mail. It's corporate. It's corporate. I didn't get paid either. I didn't press them. I know they money coming. It's corporate America. It's Live Nation. It's not TK Kirkland. I didn't. If it was my show and I was putting up for radio, I was.
Hey, let me also give you. You see, I keep telling you, act as you never hear it. Act be like, oh, I ain't getting paid. Listen, the only people who be complaining about not getting paid, currently their money is probably ain't where it's supposed to be. I can tell you as a businessman right now, Akademiks, the company, is probably owed about $700,000 from all my corporate. Like right now, it's going to be paid out probably in about 30 days, 30 to 45 days. Even if it's not paid out in 45 days, 60 days. That's how corporate moves. Have I done the work for that money? Been done it. They work slow. They usually say net 90. Yo, we're going to pay out in 90 days. We're going to pay out in this amount of time. That's just how corporate moves. Like, to be honest, I've never actually ever been in a place where people give me like wads of cash and be like, oh, thank you for doing this. Immediately you get paid. That's how it works. These companies, you give them an invoice, right? They already have an agreement with you. They know where to pay the money. And they tell you, once we have your invoice, we're going to go through our corporate bureaucratic steps of approving it, and we pay out on a schedule. Your money going to come. I ain't tripping.
Putting up for a venue. You got paid the same day, cash. But it's corporate. Understand the difference.
Oh, you like my Lacoste hoodie? My mama bought me this. So my mama bought me some clothes, which, by the way, you can be in your 30s and your mama still thinks she could buy the drip you got, like you're going to wear. I told my mom, I said, Mom, she bought mad clothes. I said, Mom. She's like, oh, maybe you could wear this to like an interview. I said, Mom, I will never wear none of the shit you bought me to an interview, but I might wear it on stream. I'll wear it around the house. My mama bought me mad clothes. I was like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, I'm not 15 no more. My mama bought me this shit. I ain't gonna lie, it's hidden. It is hidden. But my mom was like, yeah, you could wear it to like interviews. I'm like, Mama, no. I'm like, she got better fashion sense than me. I told her I'm gonna wear the stuff she bought me on stream. This is it.
Let me enjoy my coffee.
From North Carolina is just unbelievable. To Louisiana.
The reason I want to wear the Lacoste out, ain't Lacoste like white boy surfer-esque? I was like, it's like my mom don't know the drip is really Dior. Get me the McQueen. Feel me? Like, get me the off-white. My mama went and got Lacoste, so I'm like, I hit it on stream though.
They knew that school was coming.
Let me enjoy my coffee.
Trini, back up. Your mama come to your crib randomly with clothes? Yo, I swear. I'm at the cook. And by the way, I know I'm going off topic. My brother had like a little, it was almost like a housewarming cookout. Yo, my mama want grandkids is so crazy. Yo, she want grandkids. It's like she looking at us like, yo, y'all niggas, I'm the youngest and I'm in my 30s. She looking at us like, yo, y'all niggas is good for nothing. I got 3 sons and none of y'all didn't give me no kids yet or grandkids yet. My mama wants some grandkids, man. I could tell, man. That's why my mom's still buying us clothes. I'm like, Mama, like, what's up?
And they did nothing to solve it. A rough start to the school year as
All right.
districts across the country
Opening that.
are not experiencing are some of the factors making it harder to find drivers.
I have not heard from our members in any state.
Oh, and one more thing. In the stand-up comedy game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, Snow Gara, you said wrong. You said what Charleston and TK got going on in corporate. Bro, you're not understanding what I'm saying. It is corporate, but corporate is dealing with TK Kirkland. Corporate don't want to deal with Charleston White. They're treating Charleston White as a comedian that they're picking up in a city to help tickets move. Except TK Kirkland spun Charleston a little bit by saying, yo, you're going to be the host and you're coming with me on tour. Live Nation didn't look at it like that. If Live Nation was booking a tour with Charleston White as the host and TK Kirkland as the headliner, they would have separate deals with both of them. They have one deal with TK Kirkland, okay? So that's kind of part of the problem. Now we're finding out from TK Kirkland, Charleston White was not really wanted by Live Nation because of whatever issues, and he was trying to mitigate it. Pretty simple, bro.
Gentlemen,
Like New York, Georgia, North Carolina.
when you start out as an opening act,
are not experiencing
your pay is low. Ask any comic in this business that's been doing it for years. When I started doing stand-up comedy, we was getting $20 a show. Ask the Joe Torres, the D.L. Hughleys, the Mike Epps, $20.
Some districts using standard schedules. We have 4 start times. An early start school is paired with a late
I don't even know what to say, y'all. But I love everybody. I'm enjoying my morning. It's still dark.
Okay, Charleston. I've told you this before. You're at a fork in the road. You're where I was when I was lit online doing Warren Chirac. You have to make a choice. If you want to go on Live Nation tours, you want to be selling out these huge venues, you want to get off the Chitlin circuit, you have to clean up your act. You could still be the no guy, of course. You could beef and cuss everybody out, of course. What you need to do, if you want to go down that route includes not dissing the LGBT community Asians, whites, Jewish people, you cannot offend and diss groups and swaths of people. You cannot. It's impossible for you to do business with companies when you're now going to be labeled as anti-Semitic. Those companies don't want the heat. You don't want to also give them the heat. I had somebody tell me this too, right? It's a reason why I go crazy on Twitch. I love Spotify and I love Off the Record, but we're going to keep it calm there. You know why? If there ever going to be a headline about Act going crazy, you won't see Spotify in the fucking thing. You get what I mean? That's why they're cool. If all them headlines say, oh, Act went crazy on Spotify. No, he went crazy on Twitch. Okay. Good enough. Good for me. I've made that discernment. But here's the thing. You just have to watch those corporate alignments. This is if you want to do that. Now, here's the thing. Charleston White don't got to do it. I believe Charleston White could go around and get $7,500 for an interview, $10,000 to $12,000 for a show. He'll be internet lit. He'll get his pages deleted, but he'll come back. He'll get demonetized, but he'll still be good. That will be still a lucrative time. Like, you know who I saw? I saw him perform, Eddie Griffin. And Eddie Griffin said that he got canceled. Yo, I went to his comedy show. He made some jokes. I was like, what the fuck? You could say that? Like, he was like, fuck all them. And I can't even say the word. Like, he was just like, he was going crazy. I'm like, hear what he told me. He said, Act, they've been done canceling me in the movie industry. So my fans now, they want me to give it up. I don't get mad when they got them big ass tours and I'm not a part of it. I do my own tours. I'm gonna come to Jersey City or Newark and pull out 2,500. I'm cool with not being on that Barclays lineup with everybody from Live Nation. I'm cool with that. Go look up Eddie Griffin's history. Some things he said got him canceled. He's cool with that. But this is what I'm trying to say with Charleston. You're at the point already. You've been fast tracked. You're at the point already. You got to pick where you want to go. You want to be on billboards? You want to be at these big ass comedy tours and festivals? You got to stop saying things about groups of people. You don't want to be checked on what you can or cannot say? Okay, just don't expect to be on Live Nation tours. That's fine. Don't expect to be on Live Nation tours. You're fine. You be good. Anyway.